Hello everybody, it's Dylan Milks here for Tuesday, March the 11th, it's March the 8th, 2011. I wanted to talk to everybody today about the silver shortages in Winnipeg. I was down at the one of the coin shops for the weekend, Canada Coin and Collectibles, and been speaking with the owners. They were telling me about how tight the market was and about how they only had a few days of supply left in store, and they were expecting to run out of supply by about the middle of this week, so pretty much any day now. And not only that, they were also putting limits on people's orders by limiting people's orders to 25 ounces at the most, simply because they couldn't keep up with the demand for it. Not only that, they also told me too is that now the markups on silver they've risen in the last couple weeks to $4 an ounce now. So if you recall, if you listen to one of my last videos where I talked about buying silver in Winnipeg, I stated that at that time the markups were about $3.50 on a 1 ounce coin, or $3 an ounce per 10 ounce bar, or about $2 an ounce markup if you're buying a 100 ounce bar. But now the markups are $4 per ounce regardless of the size that you buy. Now I know that they didn't have any 100 ounce bars and they only had a couple 10 ounce bars, but this just goes to show that now, because the market is so tight and there's so little supply on the market, that the premiums have gone up. So now, regardless of the size that you wanted to buy or the quantity, you'd be paying a $4 per ounce markup regardless of whether you bought a 1 ounce coin or a 10 ounce bar or even a 100 ounce bar. You'd still be paying $4 an ounce markup. Of course, they didn't have any of the larger quantities, but just goes to show you just how tight things have gotten in recent weeks. The other thing is, a few weeks back I had read an article stating that, there's an article put out by the Royal Canadian Mint stating that just how they were experiencing major backlog of orders and they couldn't meet the demand from their dealers. And this was confirmed to me by the owners of the store, and they were telling me was that that they are experiencing a 6-week wait to replenish their silver supply from the Royal Canadian Mint. So that's quite amazing, because knowing that they only had a couple of days left of supply on stock, knowing that they're going to have to wait approximately 6 weeks to get some of their stock replenished, that's quite amazing, and just goes to show you just how much the word about silver is getting out. And also just wanted to point out too that, you know, when the stores are running out of silver, that really is only going to mean that the price is going to go one place, and that of course would be up. So it's quite exciting what's going on in the market, and you know, I think a lot of this has to do with, you know, some of the situation in the Middle East with Libya, and of course some of the other countries that have had recent problems and are still working through their problems. One thing that is happening, I believe, one thing to look out for at the end of this week will be the situation in Saudi Arabia. Now, about a month ago or so, there's been groups in Saudi Arabia that have been trying to organize what they're calling a Day of Rage, that has been planned for, I believe it is March the 11th. So that's going to be key to watch for this week, because that, depending on what happens there, that could have a quite significant impact on the price of oil and consequently gold and silver as well. So now I know that the Saudi Arabian government is typically quite heavy-handed when it comes to putting down protests and things like that in their country. However, you know, who knows what happened? I mean, we all thought that Libya was quite secure in the hands of its leader, you know, and obviously until recently when we saw the chaos that's been going on there. So who knows what's going to happen in Saudi Arabia? I mean, maybe the government was going to crack down on it, or maybe this riots are going to fall through. But I believe even if nothing really does transpire, I think just kind of the cloud over it, or the fear of something happening, may be enough to really continue to drive the price of oil up, and gold and silver as well, as uncertainty sort of remains in that part of the world. So just wanted to point that out about the silver market in Winnipeg, and the fact that the fact that I've been reading a lot about silver shortages in various U.S. cities and some other cities in Canada, particularly out west. But the fact that now it's come here to Winnipeg, I find is quite exciting. Now I know that even about a year and a half ago, when I was buying, even then there were some shortages of various sizes of bars there, particularly the 10-ounce bars. Sometimes there would be I would have to wait a few days or a week or so to get some for them to get some stock in. But now the fact that they're pretty much going to be completely cleared out is quite exciting. So I just wanted to point that out to everybody, and I hope that that's something you give some thought to and do your own research into, because I've been quite excited about silver for the last 2 years, and I think now we're really starting to see it's moving ahead, and now it's about just over $36 an ounce now. Already this year it's gained nearly 20%. Just in the first 10 weeks of this year, it's already up 20%, or just under 20%, which is quite exciting. And now it's about close to about $14 off its all-time high, $50 US, which happened in January of 1980. So we are getting close to that number, which I certainly believe is certainly possible that we're going to may even reach there before the end of this year, if not early 2012. But yeah, so thanks to everybody for watching, and take care and have yourself a good night, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.